Hi students, it's Dr. Dietrich. I'm sorry I missed class today, but I did want to take just a moment to clarify what you should be working on this week for EDFN 330. Now, in this video, I'm going to clarify two things. First of all, your in-class assignment should have been the Technology Integration module. I'll review what you need to do for that module. And second, I will review your homework. Your homework is to read Chapter 3 of our text and to engage in the microblogging. That should be simple. This is your third time doing that same type of assignment. And then finally, you have your field assignment. Now, just a note, I did make a few changes on the field assignment because I was not in class today. I've made it a little simpler. So if you've read through this assignment prior to today, you will need to reread it, and you should be pleasantly surprised. So let's begin. I'm going to click on the content link, and we're going to visit week 2. I hope in class you spent some time reading through the week 2 overview. Now in the week 2 overview, you see our learning objectives for today, and then you should have done a class activity number 1. This is really important. I hope you didn't go too quickly through it, because the second video is a video that you will likely watch 10 times or more during the course of these 7 weeks. It is a very short but informative video on how to write clear and measurable learning objectives using a method we call the CABD method. CABD method very simply is a way of writing learning objectives where you have a condition, an actor, a behavior, and a degree. So please take a moment to re-watch this video and take notes. Now underneath the video, I've provided some examples of learning objectives that very clearly show the 4 parts. I've used different color codings for condition, actor, behavior, and degree. I also provide some weak examples. The next in-class activity should have been the Technology Integration Project. Now for this activity, what you're going to do is to go back into week 2. So I'm going to go back to week 2, and I'm going to click on the in-class activity. You'll notice that I have a file that says read first. You should read this first. Now, if you read carefully, the directions are very much step by step. The first thing you should do is to visit these 4 resources. They are short. There's a couple videos and a couple one-page blogs that you should be reading. The next thing you're going to do is to check out the Technology Integration Matrix website. And then you're going to read the NETS standards. And then for the class discussion, you're going to talk about, you should have talked about, is it important to integrate technology in the secondary classroom? How can technology integration benefit students? You did not do this discussion in class. Take some time to read through the questions and to think about them on your own. So where do you find the TIMS matrix and the NET standards? If you go back out, all of the files that you need are linked here on the list. So you will have the matrices here, and the NETS standards for teachers and students are also listed here. So anything in the overview that says to access a resource, they will all be listed on the other page. Now finally, I'm going to ask you to go back to the Technology Integration Matrix website, and there's a list of videos. Let me show you what it looks like. Now this can be a little confusing, but it really isn't. So if you look on this right here, you will see that for this one, Teacher Begins, so we have an entry, adoption, adaption, infusion, transformation. These are the levels of technology integration. And we have them here, active, collaborative, constructive, and authentic. These are the characteristics of the learning environment. So it really is a matrix. You're going to match a level of technology integration with a characteristic of the learning environment. And so let's say we wanted to do adoptive. adoption, and collaborative. If you notice, it also has subject areas. So you would click on the LA.
These guys today are just doing a pre-reading activity.
And there's a video. So this is the video that you will be analyzing. So again, on the matrix, you're going to choose an area on the matrix, and then you are going to be able to access the video. So I'm going to click on it. So I could do adaptation and active. Again, there'll be a video under LA.
What I really want to create with my first graders is independent learners. And so when I introduce...
So let's go back again to the assignment. It says here you're to select one of the videos, and then you're to create an analysis. In the analysis, I tell you exactly how to do it. You're going to put the name of the video, include the link, an overview of the lesson, so you're going to have to watch the video. You're going to list the standards for students and teachers, the NETS standards, and you're going to figure out what level of integration each of the following and explain your reasoning. So identify the level of technology integration. So if it's labeled as active, explain your reasoning. It's not going to be all 5, it's going to be 1. And then post your analysis on the discussion forum. So on the discussion forum, there are 2 pieces. There's the video sign up. I love the rule we're using is the rule of, I called it, the first person to sign up for it is one who gets it. And then the video analysis, where you're going to identify the level of technology integration and give an overview of the video you've watched. So it really is quite simple. It may look daunting, but it's not. So let's go back out to week 2. For your assignment, you are going to do your microblog, which should be pretty simple. You've done that quite often, but you've already done it for chapter 2. So you're going to be reading ahead to get ready for week 3 and reading chapter 3. But for this week's field project, it is so simple. All I want you to do is to sit and watch your teacher teaching, your mentor, or if you're able to teach a lesson yourself, even better. You have to decide what is the learning objective for that lesson. So I could write learning objectives just off the top of my head, but I want you to relate it to what you're seeing in the classroom. You must use the CABD method in designing your learning objectives. So your learning objective may say, students in 9th grade language arts, after completing a lesson on grammar, will be able to create a 1-paragraph summary of the reading with 0 punctuation errors. So I've given my CABD, all 4 characteristics are there: condition, action, behavior, and degree. Now that one came off the top of my head. I want you to be able to do it by looking at lessons that your mentor or you are teaching. All about intentional teaching and learning. There should be a goal for every lesson, because how will you know if students have met the learning goal if you don't start with a goal? So you are going to be writing 3 clear and measurable learning objectives for lessons you've either seen taught or lessons that you may actually have the ability to teach a little bit of. So that's from your field assignment for this week. If you can't figure out how to do it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can sit down with your mentor and say, what are some lessons we're going to be teaching? But they should be authentic for your content area. So any questions that you have at all, again, the course should be laid out so that it is clear and understandable. If it's not, please let me know. I'll be happy to clarify. Thank you.